You have drawn your cat. Remember, once again, we're doing the head and the body, just like a head and shoulder, just the portrait. You're going to be doing complementary color scheme method. So on this side, I'll be doing blue and orange. Over here, red and green. Blue and orange are across from each other on the color wheel, and so are red and green. Or you could do just red and green. Each one red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green. How you do it is up to you, so long as you show me your complementary colors. Another element of art we'll be using is called texture, how something feels. We'll be using implied texture. So there are two types of texture, actual texture and implied. I can actually touch and feel this paper. If I glue this paper down the paper, that's a good example of actual texture. If I had cotton balls, that's actual texture, real texture. Now, what we're doing here is called implied texture, where we color it in using line and shading to suggest how something might feel. So we want to show this kitten is very soft by using color. So for this, we'll be using watercolor pencils or water-soluble crayons. These are what you color in, then you wet it with a little bit of water and it becomes watercolor. Notice how I didn't color in all the way. I left some white area. One more time. With the color pencils, you're going to want to use at least 3 colors. These are a little bit thicker, so you don't have to use too many layers. With these, you're going to want to do at least 3 colors before you wet it. So I have a little bit here. Again, I go in with my brown and make the texture of the fur. And then orange on top of that. Some more brown. And then just plain water. Very gently, and it turns it into watercolor. Anywhere you want it to be white, you're going to want to be using the water-soluble crayons. See how much I didn't put a lot, and it's covering the whole face. One more time. We got yellow, and be thinking about value. Value is one of the elements of art. It's the lightness and darkness of a color or shape. I'm going to maybe have some shadows down here. The light will be coming from here, so there'll be shadows down here and a little bit on this side. So keep that in mind when you're coloring it in. What part of the kitty is going to be the darkest part. Okay, then I did brown. Notice how I'm not coloring. Yellow is my base. And then on top of that, I'm going to add the texture of the fur. Just tiny little diagonal lines over and over that overlap. And follow the shape of the face. Next, orange. Now we go in and we make it watercolor. By adding color to this and the different lines, I am adding texture, which is one of the elements of art. For the background, it's up to you what color you want to do it. I'm going to stick with the Christmas colors, and I'm going to do probably some green. Got some green here. Now, this is part where I will probably, if it was springtime, I will probably go in, add some yellow. But we're going to be sticking with a winter theme. So I'm going to probably go in with some blue to make a turquoise. Just got green, a little bit of blue. Now I'm going to wet it. I'm skipping ahead. It'll be easier for you if you color in the whole thing first with the crayons, and then once you color in the whole background, then you paint it. But I just want to go ahead and show you how it's done. Circular motions, and then you paint. So I'm gonna have to wait for this to dry now and then do this part here. But when you're doing it, you do the whole thing first. Okay, that's how we do that.